Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. The following is the live call-in show from this past Sunday night, November 16th, 2025. My buddy Scotty G joins me, and we take your calls for the hour, and we talk about a new store coming to Disney Springs that is out there for influencers and vloggers and also shoppers. You're going to want to hear about the new trend coming over there to the Co-op at the marketplace at Disney Springs. We also talk about a great new holiday commercial coming to your TVs this holiday season. It's pretty awesome. I like it because it's voiced by John Goodman. And a couple of great calls. Ian calls in about her planned Disney reward trip and her great meal at Victoria and Albert's. And Thomas calls in to talk about his amazing trip to Walt Disney World, where it was cold, but he had some great experiences at Beacon Barrel, over at Geo 82 and the Perch at the Grand Floridian and more. Lots of great fun on today's show. Don't forget, our podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link as you do that holiday shopping. That supports our show with every purchase. Just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air, so a huge thank you to each and every one of you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, November 16th, 2025. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy weekend to you, or at least a wrap on the weekend. We are here for the next hour taking your calls live at 407-584-7173, 407-584-7173. We're talking Disney with you and my buddy getting ready for some Lions football tonight. But first, all the Disney talk. Scotty G up in Michigan. Must-see adventures. What's up, Scott?
Happy Sunday, Mike. I'm hoping close to this time next week, I will be, and I'm just putting this out there. If Jason is listening, do not go to Hollywood Studios on Sunday because I really need my girl Emily to see Fantasmic, and we're hoping to watch it on Sunday night. So hopefully the weather is good.
Jason the Rainmaker.
So it's really interesting, Mike, because like all the hard tickets like around the holidays really throw you a loop because especially with Jollywood now,
Yep.
so you got to deal with two Christmas parties essentially. And that Saturday and Monday are Jollywood nights. So like, and I'd like to see the second Fantasmic show if I can, because I feel like the theater empties out a little bit, so the only night they're doing the second showing while I'm there is going to be on Sunday. So process of elimination chooses what night I'm going to Hollywood Studios.
See, that's too much because you do a lot more planning than I do. I'm very much like I've seen, because marathon weekend's coming up. We're inside the 60-day window. The Lizard Chat's been going on. Joe's been telling everybody, I've got all these, everybody's making their ADRs and they've got excess. If you want to, we got like 2 extra for Beacon Barrel on Wednesday at 2:30. And it's insanity, right? And I just go down there because I'm solo. I don't make one ADR. I just roll with it. I'll eat at Casey's and, maybe I'll jump in at a solo at Beer Garden here and there. I just, whatever. I'd never make any plans. And when I go with you guys, I just kind of hop, you make the plans and I go wherever. And, but yeah, you're right. This time of year though, now with the second hard ticket event at the studios, and then it really does kind of put a premium on but it makes Epcot nice because Epcot's kind of your default. You can always, because we've talked about this before, right? Epcot is nice for a couple of reasons. Like you can go to Epcot without worrying about lines a lot of time. World Showcase is a great place to hop in at 3:00 in the afternoon. You can go the rest of the day without sweating anything.
Yep.
I mean,
so you really have to take that in consideration. Like I haven't even made an ADR yet either because I'm still trying to like kind of figure it out. I figured it out today. So maybe you want to put it in the chat or call in, like give me a suggestion. Where should I go to dine? Because like I added these 3 days on in the front of our trip very last minute. So I haven't even thought about ADRs yet.
You have to have an ADR though at Liberty Tree. Like that's already in the bank, right?
Well, no,
Pre this adding
I'll be on
right?
the cruise for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. But
on your birthday, Mike, I'm gonna be at Lookout Key, baby.
oh my God, that's so good.
Thanksgiving on the beach. You ever see that Family Feud video? like it's an old like British version where like in the Fast Money round they asked the guy like name something you get at the grocery store zone, and he's like turkey, and then the next thing is like name something you take to the beach, and he says turkey, which is so random. But then you can't even make this. You can't make this up. Then the next question is name something you stuff.
Turkey.
So of course you said turkey.
Shut up.
I'll just send you that clip. It is hilarious.
I gotta see that.
And I was thinking about that today. Like, oh, on Thanksgiving, like maybe I'll take turkey to the beach. Like that guy said in Family Feud.
Well, back in the day, remember Len and all them took the whole turkey thing up on the train station.
Oh my God, that is the best like photo of Magic Kingdom of all time.
You got dressed like a pilgrim.
The guy brought in a full Thanksgiving dinner and just took it to the train platform.
Yeah, candelabras and all. Like, I mean, dressed like pilgrims. You totally got to do it. And by the way, shout out to Mike D, who's over joining us from the Jingle Cruise Line at the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, nice.
So speaking of the holidays, that's a good place to be. And we had, who's joining us in Batu? I missed it. It was scrolled by.
Zeebs.
It was Zeebs. Yeah, that's right. It was Zeebs is in Batu. So we got folks joining us in all cool places tonight. So we appreciate that.
Hopefully I'll be at the Hollywood Studios, and I won't be able to go to my go-to Mama Melrose because it's gone now.
Oh man, yeah, you have to find someplace else to get. What was your go-to meal there? I always got the lasagna.
I really liked. They actually had a really good steak.
That's right.
Which I only learned because of the Fantastic Dining Package, because that's what you do, right? Like you have this prefixed RA. The cost is going to be the same no matter what you order. So I always got the steak.
Yeah, well, it's smart.
You were with me once, actually. I think we did that together. We both were like, man, this steak is really good. Agreed. It was surprisingly good.
People are kind of hot and cold on the Fantastic Dining Package right now. It's some people are, at least in the Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it because it gives you that like center view. But as I kind of talked at the top, I like to just go to if there's two showings, I like to go to the second showing, which the Fantastic Dining is not for that, because the park really clears out. You can still sit basically where you would sit for the Fantastic Dining Package, I feel like, and you don't have to show up as early. So that's the thing with the Fantastic Dining Package. You still have to show up an hour early. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is a great call because, man, that first Fantasmic, it's just, oh, man, I love the show. But if you go to the first Fantasmic, it is work. It's a lot of work. I mean,
it's a lot. And then the exit is always like brutal.
Oh.
Like you're jam packed. It feels like a Run Disney race almost, like in the corrals.
That's a good comparison. Yeah.
And you just keep like walking back and forth. Like it's the longest like walkway. Like you go down a path and you turn around, then you walk down a path and you turn around, and then boom, you're on Sunset Boulevard. You're like, dang, they couldn't even throw me out of the park. Like now I still gotta walk all of this.
For real. I know, for real. Yeah, but it's such a dang good show. And you know what? I think that show I appreciate more with age. Like I've liked that show more like 15 years later than I did probably like 15 years ago. Like I appreciate it more now.
It was like a couple of years ago for us. We just like fell in love with it all over again or something. Like I don't know what happened. Maybe because we hadn't seen it for a while or whatever. Because it was slow coming back after the pandemic. Remember, like they were still not showing it. And once we saw it post pandemic, we're like, oh my God, this show is really great. Like the music is so good. It's long. I just wish the seats had backs. Is all I'm saying. Like you need one of those things you take to the college football games.
We pay $10 a person every game to the suit before we go down to ours. Go down into the bowl. They sell them right, at the top by the concession stand. We go to the person, we zap our Apple Watch, and they give us the 2 seat backs.
That's how it was in Lincoln, Nebraska. Too,
exactly. I mean, they're not great comfort. They're super hard plastic, but you know what? They got it back. And then the whole game, I battle the thing. Because, every third down, you got to stand up when they play Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, yeah.
And then the thing smacks down when you stand up. Then you sit down. Pam's always like making fun of me because I sit on the stupid back because it smacks down. I got to every time. But anyway. Okay, so we got a question from Kristen. She's on a train, so she can't call in. We're going to get I got a couple topics I want to bring up. We got to open up the phone lines because we got a hard out today because Lions are playing. I mean, to be honest, we're football guys. And Disney guys, we're the cruise guys. Scott's going on cruise next week.
I think there's some crossover there, like in the Venn diagram.
Exactly.
I think you see that.
We're here. We dedicate ourselves. We do a lot of shows. A lot of podcasts do one show. We can do a lot of shows. We're here all the time. Kristen says, I can't call in because I'm on a train. Would love to know what you think. We are thinking on staying at Coronado in the tower. We're thinking of upgrading to concierge, but we have the dining and feel. It might be too much food. So keeping the dining or taking the dining plan off. So basically, would you keep the dining plan if you're going to stay concierge at Coronado? What would you say to that?
I'd probably take the dining plan off because I feel like, yeah, you're gonna have some good snacks, some good. I think you can even get like some beverages in the concierge lounge and such too, and you can take some of your savings. Maybe I don't know if this is like a free dining or how it works, but maybe take some of the savings from taking off the dining plan and put that towards the upgrade to concierge. So I would say if the concierge is interesting to you, which I think it's great that they offer at Coronado, like that's like the only moderate that has that. I would do it. I would try it out. And I know Pam Forster loves their concierge.
That's what I was going to say. Pam Forster says one of the best concierge on property, even though it's in a moderate. Yeah, I would say if you're thinking about it, do without it this time. And because the thing is, you can
just pay out of pocket for your meals, and maybe you do one less signature this time or something because you might be spending more time in the concierge lounge, something like that.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be fine there. Okay, and have a great train ride. All right, so we have a couple of topics I want to talk about. One was I just read this afternoon as I was, scrolling through, social media. There's going to be a new store in the Co-op at Disney Springs. You probably didn't see this unless you're fiddling around because it was on WDW Magic. Totally a sign of the times. They're taking, I can't remember, like the vintage store or something, the little section, there's all the little different sections. They're also taking out DTech on demand. That's going to go away.
I think that could go. I think that's kind of like past.
Probably. Yeah.
That was cool. Remember we were like, we made like BOGP or like dopey ones over there and stuff. Like we had a lot of fun.
We used to make phone cases for every rate, like Marathon Weekend. I remember
we were crazy about the DTech.
Yes, we did. That was like 10 years ago.
I was like, I should probably stick to something like OtterBox and something that's a little more safer for my phone.
They weren't that bad though at the time. They were pretty tough, and
at the time they were great. I remember I was at the Verizon store once, and the guy tried to sell me a case, and I straight up told him like, "No, I like this other company." He's like, "What's the other company?" I was like, "Disney Tech."
But I remember we get them because like they would come out with, like the new year stamped on them, and like they'd have like
every
a
Marathon
theme.
Weekend.
Yeah, every year. I still have them like in a box somewhere.
I just don't have the phones that fit those. Anymore,
no, they're tiny now. They're just so
like
small.
My iPhone 6 is in that. Like, remember when the iPhone 6 came out? That was
huge. Oh yeah, that was the pop. Everybody made fun of me because it was like you got the Pop-Tart. That was
like the 6 Plus. That was the first time the Plus came out.
Yeah. Because I got that. It's things huge. Anyway, so. That store's going away, I think, but across the way, I think it's the vintage. But what they're going to put in there, now check this out. This is so today. It's going to be a store where they sell, and I'm not into this, but I know some of our listeners are. Those items that you buy, like I think like blind items. I should pull up the article, but where you buy. Remember back in the day when you had those? What's that thing called? Can you see it? Hang on. What was this thing called?
Oh boy, it's a audio podcast, or we're getting visual here.
But remember what was this thing called?
Oh, the Vinylmations.
Vinylmations, right? You bought these. This is a big one, but you bought these little ones. Dennis made this for us up in Oak Manor, up in Boston. Awesome. I love that thing. It's been on so many cruises. We took it everywhere. But you bought those little things. You didn't know what it was going to look like, right? And they were different, test track one or,
like
space. Yeah, it's mysteries. Yeah. So you bought them and then you tried to collect them all, I guess. So there's all these kind of things, right? And so in this store, you buy all these things that come in blind boxes. But the trick of it is, and this is like next level, this store is going to have, it's made for like live streamers and vloggers like you. It's going to have backdrops in like mini studios, like mini little spaces for you to actually, once you purchase said item in this little store, to walk right over there and do a live unboxing.
Do your live.
You don't even have to take it home, dude. You take 5 steps and you got a whole little stage, a little studio. You got a little table. You got lighting. You don't have to do it. You got a studio to get to work. And I guess you could just go buy a new one. And just dude, how genius and how 2025 is that?
I like it.
So
when's that opening?
I think it opens before Christmas.
Probably not like next week.
No, I think it might. I think it might open actually. Yeah, it might open like this week. I have to look on that.
I might have to be one of the first.
You might
'cause
have
that's what you got to do, right? You always want to be the first.
I was like, that's crazy. Yeah,
That's
so I saw that. So that was that's going to be coming.
I like
to
the retro
marketplace.
stuff in there though. Like that kind of bums me out in a way. Like I liked that stuff. Like D-Tech, D-Tech can go. That's pretty old, but
Yep. And so there was one other thing I want to bring up. Then we'll also, there was a commercial that Disney came out with, and I mentioned this, I think, at the beginning of like Monday or something. It's a Christmas commercial that I love. They came out with. It's voiced by John Goodman. I posted it in the Discord on the 10th.
I never see these commercials. I must not watch the same TV as you or something.
I watch a lot of Pluto TV, so they do put a lot of Disney on that. But they also like ESPN, like obviously the ESPN networks have a lot of Disney commercials. But it was like a longer commercial. It was like a minute to maybe a 90-second spot. But it's a commercial, and I looked it up. It's called the Doodle commercial, and it's this character that this girl sketches, and it comes to life over Christmas, and it shows like a house with Christmas lights. Kind of looks like the Home Alone house kind of thing. But it's just, I mean, it's like old school. Reminds me of like an 80s or a 90s commercial. But the character, it's almost like the Forky guy from Toy Story. It's weird. Like it has feelings. It's this, but all it is this sketch she made in her bedroom. But then all of a sudden he jumps off the paper and like comes to life and goes on adventures with her.
It was like a Matt Animator's palette on the fantasy. Almost.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that. It's exactly like that. That's what it is. I didn't even make that comparison. That is exactly what it looks like. You gotta look it up though. It's called Doodle. It's
and John Goodman narrates it. That's pretty cool. St. Louis guy.
That's what I said. Yeah, St. Louis.
He does
guy.
the voice on the at the aquarium. You kind of take this train over to the aquarium. It's kind of this cool thing, and I have video of that on an episode. And I said to Jared, "Is that John Goodman?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he's a St. Louis guy."
Yeah,
Like,
he's
"Oh,
from
sweet."
Arnold. Yeah, that's right. It says it's a holiday campaign called the Best Christmas Ever. Yeah, so it should be around this holiday season. So hopefully you check that out.
I'll have to go find it after we're done today.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I love seeing stuff like that. Okay, so also if you want to call in, best supporting attractions. You know, we talked about palm trees and in Magic Kingdom. We talked about all these
Ronto wraps.
breakfast Ronto wraps and all different variations and all that stuff. So if you have a supporting, go into a land. Like you said, like back in Africa in Animal Kingdom, the performers, they support that whole. Without them, that area is not near as cool.
It's not as electric
at all because it brings the sound, it brings the heartbeat, it brings the energy. Otherwise, it's just
that seemed to get a lot of feedback on the Discord that episode. So nice idea there, Mike.
The problem is with doing a show for 2,800 times, like you got to try to come up with an angle to talk about the same 4 theme parks.
I know, we may have done that before, like in 15 different variations, but
it's fun though. I mean, that's why we do it. It is
16.
fun. So, all right, let's cross our fingers. Here's the moment of truth where we cross our fingers.
Are the lines actually work?
Exactly.
The lines will be working. Are the phone lines working?
Let's hope they both work tonight. So 407-584-7173. Let's see what's going on here, and we'll turn it over to you guys. But yeah, let us know if you saw that commercial, what you think of it. If you have a best supporting attraction around Walt Disney World. Oh, one other thing too. I don't know if I know you have because you've been really on the Discord a lot this week. Kim's trip to Disneyland. Oh, hang on. That's not good though.
Oh yeah, her. It's been fun to watch. She's had some weather out there in Anaheim.
I know. All right, caller, you there?
Hey, Mike and Scott. This is Ian. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Ian.
Hey, Ian, what's up?
Oh, I'm doing well, and I just want to say I really like seeing Scott with his captain's hat and his beer mug. He knows how to do Sunday night.
Well, he's 17% out to sea already. You know that.
I know. I mean, yeah, I'm going to be on the fantasy here soon. I got it's hard to see. This is my 25th anniversary Disney Cruise Line mug too. So yeah, I'm just enjoying life on a Sunday night, Ian.
So what are your dates again?
It is the 25th is when we sail. So Tuesday the 25th.
Yeah, yep. That's right. Thanksgiving.
Yep. My wife turns 40 on the 28th, so we have Palo booked that night. So how great of a meal is that to have on your 40th birthday, right? So super excited for that.
That's fantastic.
And
Yeah,
Emily will
I
be
was just,
18, so she'll be able to try Apollo for the first time. So like all
oh
sorts of
my
great things
gosh.
will be happening on this
Scott,
cruise.
Scotty G knows how to take care of his ladies.
That's right.
Yeah, we booked a cruise for next summer, and my son will be 18 by next summer, and he's like, I finally get to go to Palo.
I know. Like Mike was there. We tried. Like Liz tried to sweet talk them on the Magic. Like, cause she's just 3 months away. She's in college. She's about to going to the University of Michigan. She's graduating from high school. Can we just get her into Palo? She begged.
Yeah.
But that
And they
is a
said
firm
no.
no.
Yeah.
That is a firm no.
They said, we'll see you in 3
Oh my
months.
gosh.
That's basically what they said. Like, book another cruise, sucker. And we did.
Well, I was also just watching while I was cooking dinner. I was watching your episode where you went to Nebraska, and I had to pause it so we could eat. But I was watching how you went to the French restaurant. But it seems like they had some different foods that weren't really French. Like they had rigatoni and meatloaf.
Yeah, that was like the meatloaf is normally on the menu, so the rigatoni was special that night. But they
Okay.
do have they have like a chicken and like we got the ratatouille and scallops. That was kind of French.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
yeah, and I had my ratatouille
So
shirt on, which was perfect. So I had to get the ratatouille.
you did. I saw that.
Did you
That's
see
great.
the interview though? Like I thought it was fun. Like how we interviewed the chef. It was a great story, Mike. He was like, I fell in love with my wife in New York City. Then I proposed in France and Paris, and now we live in Nebraska. It's kind of funny.
And I have no idea how it happened, but here I am.
Yeah.
I know Nebraska's one of those places you don't think of like, oh, I'm going to go visit. But, I bet it's really pretty.
It was great. It was great. I mean, I think all the states have some uniqueness, right? And Nebraska,
Yes.
right there in the middle of the country, never been before, and it was Be Our Guest podcast friendship that actually made it happen. So I always go back to you, Mike. Like you created like the best community. I feel like.
No,
Like all my friends are from the
Definitely.
podcast, so that just makes it so happy. Like I'm ready to go to Pittsburgh and see you now, Ian. Like that's going to happen sometime
Oh,
too.
well, you're
It's just
welcome
amazing.
anytime. We could, do a meetup with Pam.
no, I've
There
been
we
saying
go.
that because I've never been to Pittsburgh either. And like game day was there this past Saturday and they're showing off, they're
It
right there
was.
down
Yeah,
on
you
the
can see,
river.
you can see like
I
Steve's
mean-
work in the
Yeah,
shot. back there.
exactly.
Like, you
I'm
can see
like,
his
God, I
office,
got to get
yeah.
to Pittsburgh. Like these are the best people ever.
I
Like, gotta
know.
get there,
Yeah, it's definitely not a tourist destination, but it's again one of those places. Especially if you can work in a sporting activity, it's kind of a fun place to visit. Winter's a little gray, but other than that, it's great.
Yeah, we all know that. Winter stinks at all three of our locations.
That's right. It does.
I enjoyed seeing your Facebook post though about your trip, staying at the Polynesian, your reward trip, and how special that was. That
Yes.
was awesome. I got to see it this afternoon.
Yeah, I was actually calling in about that. So, our Plan Disney reward trips are great. So you get to pick, whatever resort. You obviously can't pick a suite or a club level or anything, but you could stay in any deluxe resort you want. And so we chose this time to stay at the Polynesian, which worked out well, just being on the monorail line, and then we could walk over to the TTC. So that made it great to be able to go to Epcot for food and wine, and easy access to Magic Kingdom. So we had to keep going back to Magic Kingdom because we were there on Halloween. We were there on the 30th, and then we didn't go on Halloween to Magic Kingdom, but then we kept going back every day to see when they would change over. And finally, by November 3rd, they had the tree up. So that was kind of neat to see.
Yeah, that's a great time to go because you get the best of both seasons there. And
Yeah.
I've never been able to do that. I mean, obviously I've always seen it on social media, but to be there when it happens in that transition,
It's
pretty
pretty
special.
cool.
Yeah.
But everybody's seen that show with Whoopi Goldberg from years and years ago where they say it kind of happens overnight. And I was like, oh, maybe it'll happen. And it didn't. So I'm just putting it out there, at least for this year. It took, like the first day, we went on the 1st of November, and there were just no decorations. Like all the pumpkins and everything had been put away, but there is nothing. And then we went back on the 2nd, and they had like the wreaths and the garlands up, but no Christmas music. And then by the 3rd, they had the tree and the music and everything. So it was, it was cool to see.
Yeah, well, for me, like the season starts when you get the background loops. When you start hearing that, because I
Yeah.
love that.
It makes a big difference.
100%. And like I always have a hard
Yeah.
time. Like I want to put them on the podcast background loops, but I do hold off till Thanksgiving. But trust me, I've pulled them out.
I know.
They're
We
ready
already
to
have our
go.
tree up at home. So
See, I can't. I even teased with Pam. I'm like, Pam, all the
I know, because your
commercials are
Christmas tree
Christmas.
takes up the room
I
for
know.
the table.
I know. We can't fit everybody for Thanksgiving if we put up the tree. So
I
it's like a
know. You
logistical
have to
thing.
hold
It
back.
will not happen because logistically that's where all the
Right.
chairs go, the folding chairs. But um, I told her like I think yesterday but I can't remember. Yeah, it was yesterday before I went to the football game. I said, look, all the commercials are Christmas commercials at this point. Like we put. She's like, no, shut up. I'm like, oh,
Oh, no.
like everybody's got them up.
I love Christmas.
Me too. Ugh. I snuck in listening to a little Christmas music for like 10 minutes when I walked Riley this afternoon because it was cold. Because yesterday it was 80 degrees in St. Louis yesterday, and then today
Oh,
it
my
got cold
gosh.
again. I know it's weird. It got
Oh,
warm for like, and then it's cold again. So it's starting to feel a little bit
yeah, it was
warm.
nice in Disney for us, but now it's cold. You know, when we came back, we
Yeah.
were like, oof, it's a little cold. So that's all right.
So
But I
what was
also
like?
wanted to
Go
tell
ahead.
you guys about going to Victoria and Albert's.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't
Yes.
want to take up all your phone line time. So
Well, no. Yeah, well, tell us
I'll
about
make it
that
as
because
brief
I
as I
will. Because
can.
I'm curious about that, and we'll probably never do that.
Yeah, I figured you would say that, and I know it's something that's probably on Scott's bucket list. But
Scott will.
you know, like I grabbed a reservation kind of at the last minute, and I tried 60 days out, and for my trip, and because I said, you know, we get a little bit of a gift card from Plan Disney, and I was like, well, you know, maybe we could do something splurge-worthy, like we could do Victoria and Albert's. And so I tried, and I couldn't get it. So I set like a little reservation finder. You know, you can pay, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a fee to find a reservation for you. So it popped up like, I don't know, 5 days before we left. And so I booked it right away, not even, you know, thinking anything about it. And then I was like, what if we decide not to go? I wonder what the cancellation policy is. And it was 5 days, which is, we were already in the window. So I'm like, oh, I guess we're going.
Yep.
And I know that, you know, Mike, we've had this conversation before, like eating late is just not up our alley. And so our reservation was for 7:50 p.m. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've heard this dinner can take 3 hours. So I don't know how that's going to go, but it was nice because they email you in like a day or two in advance, and they just ask you a little bit about yourself and about what you're excited about. So I had said it was a bucket list item, and then when we got there, they kept bringing that up, like, oh, we knew this was a bucket list for you, and you know, so they really tried to read through like all your requests and all the things that, you know, your expectations ahead of time, so they can be prepared. But we showed up about 7:30, and they were able to seat us. And because I used to think there was one seating like around 5, and then they would do a second seating. But what I found out was in that main dining room, they'll do, you know, that you can get reservations at different times. It just so happened that we had one of the latest ones. But we had 2 servers who were great. And I don't know if you've ever heard of, because I would read Disney food blog stuff on Victoria and Albert's for years. And there's a maitre d' there named Israel Perez, who's been there for a long time. And so I asked if I could meet him, and he came over and talked to us, and he was as down to earth as he could be. And he's like, oh, you're the one that this is your bucket list. And tell me, you know, I guess it was hard for you to get a reservation, and, you know, let's talk about that. And he was so kind. So that part, that just the service and the people there that work there that's part of like what makes it so wonderful. But of course the food's wonderful too. So I think for us, there was like 7 courses, and you could have paid for additional courses. And I'm like, there's no way. Because it would have been extra money, but like I couldn't have eaten anymore. And when you get your first course, you would be like, this is all I'm getting on this plate. But because you're getting 7 of them, you're full by the time you walk out. And we didn't walk out of there till like 11 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you done
we
Remy
walked out
before,
11,
Ian?
and then luckily we could walk from the Grand Floridian to the Polynesian because we had to walk off all that food. But, you know, that made it easier to get back because we didn't have to rely on transportation or anything. But I would definitely recommend it, but it is really, really pricey. I didn't do a wine pairing. I did get 1 glass of wine, and because it was so late for me. So I got 1 glass of wine, and then they recommended for me a mocktail. You could even do a mocktail pairing, which was like $115. But I didn't want all that liquid in my stomach. So I got 1 mocktail and 1 glass of wine, and my husband Scott would like this. He said he had the best old fashioned he's ever had. And it comes out and it looks like, they just have the bourbon in there with one large ice cube. And then they bring you like a little container of port wine. And they said, try it before and then pour the port in and then try it again. And he was like, oh my gosh. Once he poured the port wine in, he was like, he's like, no notes. He's like, it was so good. So, I think he had that one old fashioned and he had a glass of wine. So, once you walk out of there with tax and tip, it's one of those things that you do it once, or maybe you do it for you might go again for an anniversary or a big celebration. But it's not something I would do every time, but it was really, really a cool experience for somebody that's a big Disney foodie. I'm so glad we did it.
So Scott, you had a question.
I did. So have you done Remy before, Ian? Just curious.
Yes, I have. So I did it 2017 when I was on the Fantasy, actually.
Okay.
No, I was on the Dream that trip.
Because I've always kind of thought I'd compare the two, right? They seem very similar to me. Would you agree with that?
Sort of. So, all the Disney cruise ships are a little bit different, but on the Dream, I think all the Remys have windows and stuff. So we were seated right by the window, which was lovely because you could look out on the ocean. Now, Victoria and Albert's has no windows. It sounds like the Haunted Mansion. There's no windows and there are doors though. But you're just looking at this kind of beige wallpaper. So it really focuses you on the food because you're not looking at artwork or out the window or anything. Whereas at Remy, you have that nice ocean view.
Oh yeah.
I felt like the food, now that was a long time, that was 8 years ago that I ate at Remy, but I felt like the food was a little more approachable at Victoria and Albert, surprisingly, because they did such a good job of explaining it. At Remy, I just felt like there were some things, I was eating volcanic ash that was sprinkled on the food with other stuff. I mean, it was that, it was just really a little out there. Or surprisingly, at Victoria and Albert's, it was, I felt there wasn't anything on that they brought me that I wouldn't eat.
Okay, awesome, good to know. I really like Remy. I just did it on the Dream actually in August, and it was the best Remy experience I've had yet, honestly. And I kept thinking I was trying to compare because I've never even been in Victoria and Albert's, but I feel like this is what it's going to be like when I do Victoria and Albert's. But you had me so excited to try it. That old fashioned with the port, come on, hello, sign me up for that right now.
Yeah, he said we went to GO82 the day before, and he was like, "This is a great old fashioned."
Yeah,
it's just the brown butter one. But then he was like, "Okay, this tops it by a lot." So, you would hope so because it's an expensive old fashioned. I mean, it wasn't $60, but
I've had a $60 one in Vegas once. That was crazy.
That's so insane.
Oh my
the $28 one stopped my heart.
And when you go in, they'll even ask you what kind of water do you want? And I'm like, oh, you just say I just want still water, which still water it's basically tap water, but they ultra filter it so it tastes good. But you can buy some really fancy bottled water, which I'm like, oh no, I don't need to add to the tab anymore.
That's how it is at Palo too. They actually have a water menu at Palo.
Yeah, they always ask me, and I'm like,
God,
I always tell Pam, God, I hate when they ask about the water because I don't know. I just get it right out of the sink. If I'm being fancy, I get it out of the fridge. We have a tapper on the fridge next to the ice maker. That's the fancy water.
Right. I know. I'm a little bit like that too. But yeah, Palo is also so good. It's great. But I asked my husband, I said, what are your 3 favorite meals you've ever had, with experience and everything? And he said, Victoria and Albert's for sure, number 1. Number 2 for him is Bull and Bear, which is in Orlando, but it's at the Four Seasons. And then number 3, he said, was Chikumite, which is in the Japan Pavilion.
I've heard about that too.
Nice taste.
I wouldn't put that as number 3 for me because some of the stuff I was I was a little afraid of. But yeah, I would put Palo on my list for sure. But I think I would go with his order, but number 3, I would probably put Palo because I really love Palo.
Me too.
Palo's my favorite, but I mean, I haven't ever tried. And not that I would never try Victoria and Albert's or Remy. It's just, I'm just one of those people Palo, I'm totally satisfied. So I haven't, and just Pam, I don't think wants to try Remy. So we're just cool with that. We're platinum, so we get the free meal at Palo. We just call it a day.
Right.
That's actually something I was going to bring up on this show so we're doing the Destiny. It's only a 4-night cruise. We want
Right.
to see the the main dining rooms. That's kind of why we're there, to preview everything. But
Oh yeah,
we
I want
get
to hear all about it.
but we get the free meal, right? So we're not going to do. I mean, brunch is sold out right now, so we
Brunch is
got
hard to get.
I
Yeah,
mean, we could
that
probably
late.
talk ourselves into it, but you can usually work your way in if you want with just two people. But I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel restaurant. Like, I've done it on the Treasure, I've done it on
No,
the
I did it on the
Wish.
Wish.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I don't like
okay.
the Marvel restaurant at all. So I might sub out the Marvel restaurant for Palo dinner
You should.
since it's free
Yeah,
anyway.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You can get when you get on board. You can usually like go talk to the dining room
Well,
manager.
no,
Now, I
it's
don't know where it'll
available.
be.
Yeah, no, dinner's available. Like both night.
Oh,
Both,
dinner's
yeah,
available.
it's
Oh,
available.
okay.
Plenty.
But
Yeah.
then you could even, yeah, because you're not going to know your dining rotation probably until you get
No.
on board. So if
Yeah.
it's
That's the
not your
problem.
Marvel night, I bet they would switch it for you.
That's a problem I'm running into because I have Apollo dinner on Liz's birthday, which is what I want. But I'm going to be so upset if that's when our animator's palette is, because that's a unique one on the
Oh,
fantasy, and I don't want to miss that one. So I'm going to have to talk to him if that's the case
Yeah.
and try to get our rotation switched.
yeah. A lot of times, yeah, if you right when you embark, you just have, because there's a lot to do on embarkation day. But if you can go find the dining room manager,
Yep.
they sometimes can work a little magic for you. So, like the one on
yeah.
the Magic when I went this summer, he was really nice.
Okay, we
You
worked
just
with
have to
yeah,
find
dude.
where they
You
are.
heard that with that guy
Trust
too.
me, we had to get everybody on the
He
podcast
wouldn't let me in
cruise
the Apollo
together.
though with my
Yeah,
daughter.
I was working with that
You
guy for
wouldn't?
like an hour because I was like, we all have to be on the same road because I worked with them for like 3 days, months before, and then we got there and it was kind of messed up, but we got it all worked out. But yeah, they will work with you. But I remember right there in what was that place? The little jazz place, working with a guy on the
Yes.
Magic.
Is that Soul Cat Lounge or
Yeah,
something?
in the Soul Cat Lounge. I was like,
Yeah.
I finally got my
Right.
guy. I got him personally. Like, they just removed him from the entire like process. It was just him and I. Like, okay, you're out of here. Just you two work together. Okay, everybody else go over here. It was because we had like 50 people, and we had to all link up. But it was I
That's a
I want to
lot.
see, but I
That's a lot.
definitely want to see Pride Lands. Definitely want to see all
Oh,
the
me too.
all the restaurants. So we'll see.
I have like a leopard print outfit I'm gonna wear.
I don't have that.
We need to get you like a shirt with a big Simba on it or
Dude,
something.
I have lots of tiger stuff. I mean, Mizzou tigers, but
Yeah,
that's as close as I
there
can go.
you
Yeah, I
go.
don't think that's appropriate for the
Crewman.
dinner. I
Yeah.
don't know. Pam would be good. She's got because Paige had all that stuff.
Tell her
be
to-
like tiger.
Tell her to bring her
print.
leopard, yeah, or
Exactly.
tiger stuff.
Yeah, for sidelines. Yeah. Well, man, that's
Yeah.
you gotta
Well-
be curious though about this. So the fine dining. That's interesting because people don't realize
Yeah.
Walt Disney World's more than corn dog nuggets and hot dogs and hamburgers. It's the best dining out
I
there.
mean,
dude.
that's good too. I don't
Yeah.
love the hot dogs at Disney World, but I had a good hamburger at the Wailulu Grill.
I've
at
heard
Polynesian,
that.
but
People are talking
know.
about that all the time. I got to get over there. I'm going to do
It's
that over
good.
Marathon
I'm
Week.
trying to
Okay.
get there this week. I really want to try it out, so I'm going to try.
You should. You should.
I heard
but
the
I don't
espresso
want to hold you
martini
guys,
is
but I'm
really
going to
great.
tell you what my supporting attractions are real quick because I did listen to
Yes.
that show and I was
Yes.
running and I was talking to you while I was running and people probably think
I,
I'm crazy.
I thought
I'm
I
on-
thought
I'm
I
on the
heard
trail.
something. I was like, God, is that Ian? I was like, I feel like Ian's talking. Where?
So I liked when Scott, because I was saying Carousel, my husband likes the People Mover like Ricky, but I like Carousel of Progress, so I approve of that. But here would be mine, and they're both if we're talking Epcot, we'll just do one park because I know we don't have a lot of time. So I have two in Epcot. Well, one's Living with the Land, but I think that's arguable that might not be
Dude,
supporting,
that's
right?
Ian. That's the best attraction at Walt Disney World.
I know, it is
That
the
is
best
not
one.
even
So
an E
that's
ticket.
probably-
That's like a Z ticket. That is so good.
Okay, then we can't use that. But all right, so mine is because I have to do it every time I'm in Epcot. Is the Three Caballeros ride?
Yes, I will give you that one. That is a great attraction.
Yes, but they do need to offer chips and guac on the ride.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're talking. Yes, I've said that, and possibly an
Or a
upgrade
margarita.
to a margarita. That's what I say. An upgrade to a margarita. Yes, 100%.
So that is my choice. So,
But if
I'll,
you- if
I'll
you-
leave on that note.
But if you did that, the line would be all the way back to Test Track.
I said that to my husband too, because we went and got a La Cava margarita beforehand, and then we rode it. But I was like, imagine if we could get one
my
and
God.
ride the attraction. Yeah, they would be serving them right before you boarded. He said the line you would never get on the ride.
Oh my God. Yeah, the lightning lane for that thing would be like $50.
Right, right.
Dude, Disney's missing out. That'd be totally crazy. All right, Abel, thanks for the call. And we are going to have a meetup in Pittsburgh before too long. We're gonna get out there.
All right, let me know. We'll plan it.
All right.
Pam and I.
Yes, we'll see you soon. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate
All
you.
right, see you soon.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff, Scott. You got to get to V&A.
It's been on the list. You know, we thought about it. We almost did it for Emily's 10th birthday because it was 10 is the age limit there, but we did not.
Let's see here. And I think we have our next call.
Hello, Mike.
Oh,
It's Fulton.
oh, hang on. We got 2 calls at the same time. Hang on. I got 2 calls on the line.
2 calls on the line.
I get 3, I think. Hello, caller, you there?
Hey, Mike, Scott, how you doing? It's Thomas from Cleveland.
Hey, Thomas, what's going on? Hang on. I have 3. Hang on. Hopefully this. I think we're good. Hang on. I got to do this. Let's see. Do not disturb. I think we're good. I have 3 calls came in at the exact same time. I have a 216
go play the
765.
lottery.
Yeah, well, we may have somebody else on the line, but Thomas, you talk.
We
We're
have 4
talking to
people
Thomas. We're talking to Thomas. And if anybody else is on the line, because I see like all kinds, but let's go. What you got?
Well, thank you for answering my urgent question the other day.
Yes. No, that brought all kinds of buzz in the Discord. We love that. A little beacon barrel talk.
Yes. So I did visit, and I did have the Plunderer's Punch, and I did have the octopus. So thank you very much. The octopus was very good.
I'm glad.
And the Plunderer's Punch was good, and I don't know if I have a problem or not, but it seemed very weak to me.
Scotty, is that a problem?
So, but it was
I mean it's not a problem. I didn't order that one. I tasted it and I thought it was fine. It wasn't like my primary drink, you know. We all tasted like our other. We're family, you know, when we were with our friends, we taste all each other's drinks. Liz actually got that one. I just really wanted the mug and it sits nicely on my shelf right now. But I would kind of agree with you. That would not be like my top choice.
No, I think the mug makes it because I love the mug. It's sitting on my shelf right next to my Christmas party popcorn bucket, which was my first popcorn bucket ever.
Oh, look out, dude. That's how it starts.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be next to some mug that you outbid me on a Be Our Guest podcast auction or something too. You never know.
Yes, you know, actually that's sitting next to the Evil Queen mug I got at Trader Sam's.
Okay, perfect. I love it. Did you get another drink? I mean, you know, they rushed you. Did you feel rushed? Because my gosh, they came out and said at halftime, you got to order another one right now.
Yeah, so I did feel a little rushed, and you said it best when you answered the question. It all depends on where you sat, and I had a very horrible seat.
Yeah, us too.
I was I was in the corner in the captain's quarters. You know, the Christmas party was kind of wrapping up, and it was a cold night. I don't know if you guys are looking at the weather, but that Tuesday, I think, was one of the coldest in history.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You were there that night.
Was there.
Was that the night they sprinkled salt on the bridge for Adventureland? I saw a picture. I thought it was fake at first, but maybe that was real.
Yeah, I didn't notice the salt, but it was definitely cold.
I was like, no way.
And I'm coming from Ohio, so
yeah, we had another friend of the podcast that was there that night too for the party. She's from Minnesota and lives in Florida now, so she was excited to see the cold. But when you come from Cleveland, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, no way.
when you're down there.
Yeah, pass.
Right. I was excited about getting out of the cold.
Yeah, exactly.
It started getting cold, and this was a solo trip, so I left my wife and daughter at home. So I was kind of laughing, like, haha, I get to go to Florida, and I think the weather was about the same.
Yeah, they got the last laugh.
But no, I just wanted to say I appreciate it. I did the, you know, I did kind of, because this was a solo trip. I did go to the Christmas party with my nieces and my sister. But it was kind of nice because I hit Geo82, I hit Trader Sam's, and I actually got lucky and I hit the Perch. Is it the Perch bar or the Perch Lounge at the Grand Floridian? I hit that place up for the first time too.
So how's the vibe over there?
So
with that being like, you know, in the lobby, what's that all about? You know, because it's different than like Trader Sam's is, you know, it's in its own little secluded area. What's that bar? It's probably similar to Tamboo Lounge, I would imagine.
I think you're right. Talking to the bartenders, like, so when was this? This would have been Wednesday. I went. And they said that's the slowest they've ever been. So I got a seat at the bar, but the bar was full. And then obviously you can kind of like sit anywhere inside the lobby and have your drink. So that's kind of nice because it's not, because if it was just a bar, it would be very restrictive.
Be like the gurgling
So
suitcase at Old Key West.
Yeah, for real, like 6 seats.
Yeah, I want to say there's probably like 4 on the other side, 6 and 2. I mean, so there's not, you have 12 seats maybe at that bar. But it's beautiful. I mean, I think it really fits in. Like, I was a little surprised. I don't know if I would have liked it, but I think it really fits in. It doesn't look too out of place. Um, but they do have like, it's not a full bar either. So you got to kind of remember that. That's kind of a little different. They only had whatever was on the menu. I think I mentioned to the bartender, because I tried both of their signature drinks. Whatever their kind of like whiskey bourbon drink is very syrupy for me. But I mentioned it to the bartender. She's like, "Well, I just usually drink straight bourbon or whiskey." She's like, "Well, I have Woodford. I could do that on the rocks." And I was like, "Perfect." But yeah, I think it fit in really nice. It wasn't too crowded. I don't think it really made the lobby feel like smaller. So I think they actually did a good job on that.
I'm excited to see it. Scott, you going to go through there when you're down there?
I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I want to go through there. I want to go to Wailulu. Haven't been there yet.
Yeah, you got
It's
to.
funny, like you go so often and there's new things all the time, new experiences. That's the beauty of Walt Disney World.
Yeah, like I was really lucky to get into GO82. So I got to experience that. Like I didn't have a reservation, and when I was flying out, I went on the app and I found a reservation for one. So I took it, and as soon as I landed, I basically checked into the hotel and went straight there. And that was a pretty awesome experience too. They did a really good job with GO82.
I do.
I know. I'm trying to get a Beacon Barrel because like I added because we're going on the fantasy, and I added 3 days on the front end, kind of last minute. And Emily hasn't been, and boy, I cannot. I look like 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, and I cannot find anything for that on that. So maybe I'll get lucky day of or something.
Yeah, that's what I recommend. I mean, it was even with my Beacon Barrel, like day of, I was able to like push it up a half hour because it was kind of cold. I think I had like an 11:05 reservation, and with the weather and everything, I was like, I don't know if I really want to stay in the Magic Kingdom till midnight.
Right.
So I was able to push it up a half hour. But I would definitely check. And a lot of things seem to open up kind of day of.
That's Scott. You told me that tip probably 3 or 4 years ago now. Is that the best time to snag an ADR you're looking for is like in the last 24 hours. Like, don't give up on it. Like, just dog it. And then a lot of times you'll get it like in that last 48 to 24 hours.
Well, especially now because like
that's when the window opens. Yeah, exactly.
But before then, it would always be like I would try to do it like the night before, like because that's when like you had to have because you couldn't cancel day of. So like when people are back on the bus going back, to the resort for the night, they're kind of looking at their plans for the next day, and I always felt like that's when people canceled. So I'd be in like wherever I was in the hotel room or whatever, I'd be just like searching and refreshing like crazy, like at around 8, 9 o'clock when people were like looking at their plans for the next day. That always worked really well for me.
Or like, kids are sick or tired or just, people just like, oh man, we can't do this. We're worn out, I would guess.
Look at that. I just found a Cinderella's Royal Table available though for my nights. 10:20 p.m.
Dude,
not to get like crazy here, but like
wild.
I've seen this before where I was on the monorail leaving Magic Kingdom once at like 10 o'clock. And there was this mom with her daughter dressed as Cinderella, like falling asleep. And I was like, oh, I hope she had a really good day. Like, no, they were on their way to Cinderella's Royal
Shut
Table.
up!
Like 10
that is
o'clock
crazy. Oh
kids
my
already
God.
falling asleep.
My Apple Watch at 10:30 it plays this little chime, like the little good. It's time to go to bed sound. Because we were walking back.
Sometimes, I mean, like you want to give that awesome experience for your kid, and that's the only time you got. But like, my gosh, like I can't imagine
wild.
like how cranky they might have been during that.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, we've done that. Like some of our very first trips where we've kind of like pushed the envelope and.
Oh yeah,
I did too. I was so young. I was young. I can't do it anymore. But we used to a long time ago. Oh man.
But I wanted to mention too, because I say this is my first time kind of staying not in a Disney resort, but I stayed at the Dolphin,
How was that?
which was surprisingly awesome.
Those beds are comfortable. I'll tell you that. I love sleeping on those beds.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was actually a lot nicer. I thought I was going to be like missing out by being, by kind of staying at the Swan and Dolphin. It was my first time staying there, but it actually was pretty nice. I actually would recommend it to someone. Uh, if you're kind of looking for a cheaper alternative, but still kind of staying on property. And yeah, I got early entry. I got one night there was extra magic hours at Epcot, and I got to stay. So it was actually a really awesome option that I never really considered before, because I was by myself. I said I might as well do it. I got the Marriott points and the statuses and everything. So I got early check-in, late check-out, upgraded room. It was really nice. It worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's the key is if you have status with one of those companies, that does definitely help. But yeah, it can't beat the location because you're right there on Crescent Lake.
Right.
Boom.
Right. I mean, I would definitely. So I stayed at the Dolphin, but I walked through the Swan. I think the Swan's nicer. So if you kind of wanted to spend a couple extra dollars, I would pick the Swan over the Dolphin. That's just me personally. It's a little smaller. I think it's a little bit more intimate and nicer.
I still can't tell the two apart. I mean, I've been in both of them a million times, and when I'm in one, I don't know which one I'm in.
Yeah, it could be hard, but
the best was though, Thomas, you'll find this kind of funny. Me and Mike and Paige ran a 10K in Toy Story costumes one year. We were staying at the beach in Beach Club somewhere over there.
Oh God, this story's great.
And Mike was somewhere taking the bus back, after a Run Disney race, and like it stops at like all 5 resorts over there. And I think the Swan Dolphin was one of the first ones. It was definitely before Yacht and Beach, and Mike was like, "Let's just get off here and just walk." Like
our room was on the
cramping
back
up,
side.
I'm tightening up. I need to start walking.
Because our room was on the back side of the boardwalk, and I'm like, dude, it's closer to the side.
Right,
I was like, dude, we can just. It's on this. It's really close to the Swan and the Dolphin. Let's just get off here.
So we get off in this conference hotel, right? Work conferences are happening. And we walk into the Swan or Dolphin, I can't remember which one, in these Toy Story costumes.
Dude, we're sweatier than anything.
Sure enough, it must have been like registration time because it would have been still early in the morning. So everyone's like getting their pastries and coffees. There's like hundreds of people at this conference in this hallway. And there we are just walking around in these Toy Story characters. I never got more looks in my life. Great call there, Mike.
We were destroyed looking because these people are all in suits. I mean, they're totally dressed up. They're business, formal business attire. They got, they got the lanyards, and here we come busting through the door. Jesse,
they probably thought we were like some Times Square characters.
Exactly. Dude, we looked destroyed, but we had, we had the Party City costumes on. Oh my God, they're like, Disney's really let their standards go as we strolled through that lobby.
This is the entertainment for our conference today.
Horrible.
You should start asking to take pictures with people. $5, take a picture. $5.
The 15 to let us go by because we did not smell good.
Yeah, okay.
That was so funny. People were looking at us like, "What are they doing?"
Glad to get the review though on the Swan and Dolphin. Like,
yes.
I never really consider that or think about it, but I mean, it's right there. Like you said, the location is fantastic.
Yeah, and like I said, if you have any sort of status there, it's a great option. I think I got free breakfast because I get the free breakfast coupons. The food was actually pretty good. They got the lounges. I mean, it's a really, and I actually saw a lot of conference people there, but I also saw a lot of families. So if you're going there for Disney, I guess unless you're wearing Toy Story costumes, no one's going to look at you funny.
Exactly. And I mean, look at me. I purposely put on a stupid hot dog costume. If I get the side eye, I get the side eye. It's fine.
Yeah, but that's what I love about Disney. My wife is like, "Why do you like going to Disney?" I was like, "You could be like weird there, and no one thinks it's weird."
Exactly. I mean, you could be the main character, and that's what you got to do. So try to avoid it the rest of your life, but down there you can be it. to a point.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to be prim and proper and professional when I'm in Disney. I mean, we got to be nice and be, but respectful. But
Exactly.
you could be a goofball. You could be a goofball, and
as long as we're all having fun,
it's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we appreciate the call, Thomas, and so glad you had a great trip, even though it was cold. I mean, you brought the cold with you, but hey, you know what? It's going to get worse. We're just starting it. It's not good.
Yeah, I know, and I still have leaves to pick up. So
the worst.
Yep.
Just hope they blow over to your neighbor's yard, but then theirs are going to blow into yours.
That's what I'm hoping for. So, he's out there all the time, so I should just blow him over.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's an overachiever. Oh my God.
Yeah, get out in the middle of the night and start blowing him over.
That's right. Well, if we don't talk to you, you have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm glad we're friends.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. We got to talk to you guys. You take care.
All right, take care.
Have a great one, Thomas. Thanks for the updates.
Yes,
right.
We'll see you soon. All right, bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.
All right. And we are just about at the top of the hour, Scotty G.
Great show.
Great show. A little bit shorter tonight, but we'll make up for it. Now, next week, you'll be out at sea, so it'll just be me and the caller. So we're gonna.
I won't be at sea. I might be watching Phantasmic.
Well, you'll be at Walter. You'll be getting ready to be at sea, which means I will be with the callers. So we'll be taking tons of calls next Sunday night.
Are you saying I talk too much? Is that the
No.
problem? That's why
but here's the thing.
Calls because I won't be here.
Here's the thing. And I've always thought this about our call-in shows. We take long calls. I know a lot of talk radio, it's like 5-minute calls, 3-minute calls, 30-second calls, but I like to respect our callers, and like they're our friends. If we take a 10-minute, 15-minute call, that's how it's always going to be with us. If we take 2 or 3 calls a show, so be it. I hope people don't hate that they don't get in every show, but if you get in, we're gonna respect you and take your call and hang out for a little bit. That's because you took the time to call. Let's talk. You think?
I like it.
I do too.
I like it, Mike.
And so real quick though, give me one thing that you're looking, I'm so excited because I got 20 days to the Destiny. I'm excited for a couple things. One, a new hotel. There's a bunch of stuff I'm excited for. I mean, new ship. But I like the new ship is the biggest thing probably. But I mean, it's gonna be very similar to the Treasure and the Wish. I really gonna not know what's going on with those characters. This is gonna be the most crazy cruise.
I love it. I think it looks better than the Treasure, in my opinion. I'm really excited for the Destiny.
I mean, I'll be honest. This is sending me on this cruise is a great idea because if I like this, I will love the cruise. I love cruising, dude. I love cruising, but I think we're gonna spend a lot of time. We're gonna go see Monday Night Football probably in, what's that? It's like a pirate bar. I forget what it's. The one's like Periscope Pub. I forget. There's so many names of the venues
the Keg
now.
and Compass place, kind of.
Yeah, it's like Keg and Compass. It's called I gotta look it up again. But we're gonna watch Monday Night Football there probably instead of going and seeing the show. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not into heroes and villains. We've decided that we're football.
They might
people.
play it in the theater too. Even.
What's that?
They could play the Monday Night Football game in one of those movie theaters, even maybe being an ESPN property.
Maybe I doubt it though. But we'd rather see football than theater shows. That's just kind of our jam. But we'll go to trivia. It's like Tony from Spain's the adult host, dude. I'm excited for that. He's awesome. He brings the energy. So, but I don't know who Loki is and because I think he has some kind of a mysterious thing going on throughout the cruise. But I do want to see kind of the 2 characters that were on the Treasure that did kind of the improv stuff at the adult thing, I forget it was called Sarabi or whatever on the Treasure,
the Luna Lounge kind of place.
Yeah, the 2-story adult venue. So I do want to see that, but and it's okay that it's not our theme. There's going to be a theme for everybody, but it could win me over. We're open minded to it, but I mean, it's going to be different. It's really interesting to me. I'm open minded to it, but it is going in. If this does win me over, it'll be pretty amazing because it's I'm not into Marvel at all. The hero, I've never seen any of these movies.
I don't think you need to be into any of that stuff and
That's
enjoy
the whole thing.
Disney Cruise Line.
That's
ship.
That's it. I don't think so either.
The magic doesn't really have that stuff happening. It's not really themed to really anything. I feel and I love the magic.
I agree.
None of their lounges are themed to IP.
I know that's exactly
maybe a little bit, but.
I'm excited to go to the 101 Dalmatians bar. That looks really cool. I've
So
never
that's what I
seen
said.
that movie.
DeVille.
I've never seen that movie, but I'm
So
excited
that's
to
my
go there.
all-time favorite. Might be my all-time favorite movie. Not even just Disney movies. Like I just have this crazy passion for 101 Dalmatians. I just think it's beautifully done. It's amazing. I would never leave DeVille's. I would never leave that place.
It looks
Like
cool.
I
Like
would,
I'm
I would
excited for
live in
that.
DeVille's.
I can't wait to go in there because it just looks like just looks like a very comfortable venue. So yeah, it's really interesting though to me because the treasure would seem like theme parks, like which was a no brainer for me. Like it seemed very theme parkish, and like, dude, that's my jam. Like I've been talking about theme parks for 19 years. Like I'm gonna love it. Now put me in a mix of some place that's like it kind of has me confused a little because I don't know the backstory. Like I don't know anything about Black Panther or Loki or I've seen other characters. Wasp or whoever there is Deadpool on this?
I don't know. I haven't like tried to get too spoiled on it because like
I don't even
that's just
know.
how I am a little bit. But
So
I don't really know.
we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll come back with pictures with those people, and who knows? I mean, maybe Iron Man's on there. I don't know. Like Spider Man's on the back. I've never seen Spider Man, so we'll see. Like it's really wild. But I mean, I'm excited to go into a new airport, see a new like hotel. Like
Yeah,
be a
and I
you know,
don't
I've
think
never
that
done
matters. Like you would go on a Royal Caribbean cruise and not know anything that's happening. Like it doesn't
100%.
need to be. It's just
That's a good
being on the ship
comparison.
and going to the destinations. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's a
you
really
just
good comparison. That's a great comparison because we did Freedom of the Seas a couple times. They had like Shrek and like they had all the DreamWorks characters, and I'm
you
not
still
into
liked
them.
it.
I loved it. It was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
Mallory was little.
So
Like,
you're just gonna enjoy it. Yeah, like that's how I felt when I just sailed Royal over Europe. I was like, yeah, like I like this ship. It's nice.
yeah, I agree.
There's stuff to do on it. You know, it's taking me to cool places. Like that's
No,
all
yeah.
that really matters. Really, at the end of the day,
No,
if you're comfortable and relaxed and having a good time,
I'm
doesn't matter like who the
100%
characters
excited.
are.
Yeah, no, because I love, like you said, I love like all the small venues, all that. Dude, I'm super excited to go on the Destiny.
Yeah,
It's just
because you
like
love
the
that
character.
product, Disney
Yeah.
Cruise Line, baby.
But I just think that they're leaning into like this superhero story more on this ship than they've ever done the other ships. But I don't know how much. Maybe I'm overhyping that. Maybe you won't even notice it.
And it could have been that media preview was just over doing that a little bit too.
It'll
maybe.
be. I just think it's gonna be super. Because I'm gonna be honest to God. Like when I come back and talk about it, like because I'm the perfect person. Because if you send somebody who is like a Marvel super fan on this cruise, of course I think they're gonna love this. But I think I'm going to like it too, even though I have no knowledge of it. But I'm also a Disney Cruise Line nut. So
I think you're going to really like it.
I can't wait though. I am super excited because this is going to be so different. Like I think this ship's way an outlier of the other ship besides the Adventure. The Adventure's way the outlier, but other than that. So we'll see. So real quick, what's the one biggest thing now week out you're looking forward to on your cruise? Like anything last minute?
Well, kind of like you. So it's like, I've only sailed the Fantasy once, and it was 2017 podcast cruise 8 years ago. So I'm really just crazy. Like, and I remember at that time, I was so sure that was my favorite Disney Cruise Line ship. I just remember like leaving that. It's the only 7-nighter I've ever done on Disney Cruise Line too, believe it or not. I've done a lot of 5s and 4s, but I was just like, this is the best ship. And like since then, I kind of changed my tune. I've sailed the Dream a bunch more times since then, and I've been on the Magic and Wish now. So I'm really excited just to see that ship again and just like see and connect with it, So the ship is what I'm really excited about. See the maritime stuff too. Like I've never done a maritime cruise, so I want to see like how they decorate the Christmas, how they decorate for Christmas. You know me, you're the same way. I love the background loops anywhere on Disney property. I love the background loops on the ship. Are they going to be Christmas?
I bet you.
I don't know.
I bet you.
And that might be kind of funny.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Because I love walking the stateroom halls, like. Doesn't matter the time of day, and just like hearing like you hear like Belle singing Beauty and the Beast songs or whatever, or like you hear like a old Peter Pan song, and just like I don't know, I just love that feeling when I'm on the ship. And it's gonna be weird if I'm hearing like Andy Williams and Dean Martin instead, but it'd be awesome though.
Well, and I bet you they'll play like we've talked about like steel drum Christmas music or something on the ship at some point. Oh my God, that'd be so awesome.
And seeing the islands, so it's gonna be weird being on like Lookout Key on your birthday on Thanksgiving. But
dude,
I'll probably miss the Lions game. It's funny, like on 2 of your favorite days of the year, I've been at Lookout Key this year. Like Thanksgiving, you love Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And I was there for the opening kickoff first Saturday of college football this year on Lookout Key. So it's funny. I'm just picking your favorite days to be to be on the
It's a
island.
good place
But
to be. I thought I hadn't seen the Christmas tree at Castaway Cay, but I did see it when I went for the treasure. Wait, yes, wait,
oh yeah, was that?
yeah, it was
would
the
have been around
treasure
this time of year,
preview. It was the treasure preview. Yeah, because I have a picture of me. It was selfie with the Christmas tree at Castaway.
Look at that. So you have seen
Yeah,
it.
I have seen it. It's a big old tree too. It's right there by the
Yeah,
post
I'm
office.
excited to see it.
It's on the dock.
And I kind of like the itinerary because it's the same one we did,
That is a great
over,
itinerary. That 5
but it's a
nighter.
different order. So it's kind of interesting. So the first day always kind of feels like a sea day in a way.
Yep.
Then it's Nassau, which we're gonna we actually
See.
might get off. We might get off. Because it'd be the 4th time I've been in Nassau this year. I was like, we should probably just like check it out,
Like just
So
do
we have
straw market
brunch.
or something.
We have an early Palo brunch at like 9, and then like 9 to 11. We'll be really full, but like maybe we need to
Just
walk
walk
it off.
around,
Maybe we'll get
yeah.
off the.
That's a
maybe
good
we'll,
idea.
maybe we'll walk around a little bit. So, but then it's lookout, and then it's a sea day. So I like having that sea. Sometimes when the sea day is the last day, like I don't know why, it kind of like it doesn't bum me out, but like I like having a sea day in between. Like,
You're chugging back home. Yeah, yeah. That's
we're like
true.
when we're on the Magic, it was Castaway, Lookout, then sea day. But this one is going to be Lookout, sea day, Castaway. I kind of like having that break in between. I think that's kind of cool. Plus, that'll be Liz's birthday. It'd be kind of fun doing a sea day on her birthday. So, really looking forward to that.
I do like that. That's good.
Just,
Yeah, I do.
That itinerary is fun though. I
That
like
is-
going to
that's-
both islands.
both
and
islands
having a
is
sea day.
sweet.
Both islands and a sea day is fun.
I agree. Yeah, we don't get Lookout on ours. That's kind of a bummer. But we get 2 sea days, so that's nice.
Really fun
But,
too.
I wish we got Lookout because Lookout. I loved Lookout. Lookout is a great island.
It was fun.
It's
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I liked it a lot both times. Yeah, and it's definitely starting to grow on me.
It's
really
nice.
good.
It is really good. It is. I got to get back soon, so we'll make it happen. All right. Well, we'll be back next Sunday night. I will be back. Scotty G will be getting ready.
You can always call me, see what I'm up to. And
Oh, yeah,
I know you
maybe-
like the live
yeah.
calls from the theme
Dude,
parks.
I might. I will. You know what? I'll hook you up to the. I'll go up to the board there and give you a call. So, but you need to be here, callers. I'm talking to the big U, the BOGP podcast family. You call me next Sunday night at 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. We'll have a good time because it'll be getting into the Thanksgiving week here in the States as we kick that off. So join me for that. Don't forget, though, our show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We are standing by to help you plan some amazing Disney vacations to get all these places. Walt Disney World, you want to go down and have a great meal at Victoria and Albert? Hey, you want to eat fancy late at night? You can do that. You want to go on a Disney cruise? You can do that as well. Get your great onboard credit as well. Disneyland. Can't promise you it won't rain out there. It rains out there like once every 2 years, but it happens. Sorry, Kim. Man, I feel so bad.
Bad luck.
It's bad luck. But she's a trooper and just made the most of it. We can get you all the places, but just check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate links. You do that holiday shopping. It does support us with every purchase. Takes you right back to the site. Costs you nothing extra. BeOurGuestPodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. You guys make all these shows possible. Can't thank you enough for your support. $5 a month is all it costs. And for that, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. You can give us a follow on social media at BeOurGuestMike is where I am. It's Instagram, X.com, and Threads. Scott is at the same places at EpScott, EPSCOT. But where you need to go, again, we talked about this. Check out his latest video right now. It's his video up in Lincoln, Nebraska. Sparty fans visit Husker Country. It's must-see adventures. But, Scott, anything on the horizon before you guys head out to sea, or are you just...
I'm going to try to get another video out. It's going to be our It's funny because we're about to have a travel day, and it's going to be a travel day going to for Wine and Dine weekend. So Race Expo, GO82. I do a little like hometown stuff too, because I think that's kind of fun. Like see what people do.
Stuff.
Like we went to Ann Arbor to celebrate Emily's birthday before we hit the airport. So we go to like a restaurant in Ann Arbor. Like I think that stuff's kind of fun, So if you want to see any of that, plus we'll have definitely some Disney stuff in that episode. Go like and subscribe, Must See Adventures. I think we're pretty fun. If you like us on the podcast, I think you'll like us there.
That's right. So check it out. Must See Adventures YouTube. Like and subscribe today. Get over there. And don't forget, we have our clubhouse for the podcast. That's where we hang out 24/7, 365. We just have a good time there. About 1,600 of us. Just it's fun.
Let's get to 2,000. Come on, let's do that.
It won't be long. We get new members every single day. Your invitation's waiting for you right now. All you got to do is go to beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse or Discord. Either one works. And boom, you're in, and we have a good time. So we'll see you over there. We'll have the podcast this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So join us for that. You have a question for Wednesday's show, get it in ASAP, and you can be on this Wednesday show. To send that to Mike at beourguestpodcast.com right now. Don't hesitate. Get it in right now. All right. So for Scott, I'm Mike, wishing you a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.